the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Papa your friend no Kwaku Deru Odinu Juma Movement TV one crime so and I will make you a very very interesting revelation. I will show your friend movement in the morning. So now it goes beyond the ordinary MPP and the usual internal. Me and fan say I don't want to use conflict, but you see, Yabekaya now no memen that fear that so one MPP among your a call delegate conference and it's a conference no omukoi because now Michael Quick committee a party nete ye no akwakoye omo report at the report na about the National Council enim ama National Council SOT another committee a friend who say Constitution Amendment Committee chaired by Director of Legal Affairs Frank Davis. What happened was that committee, Frank Davis committee, acquire you man the proposal a National Council and among other things, a National Council say about near 15, 17, 18, 19, 20 be almost person when MPP Constitution in the mountain. So National Council who say a name able honor meet master son as National Council, but I be all my use of MPP members, now Muina Bishia, no more year, no. It's party initiative over the weekend or Investor of Ghana Sports Stadium. And a name of course with the Munim Dada, or Muji Nema Bebre Tum, and no more me no guye. Now, and then a Kwakuderu make a very interesting revelation already to say MPP them maybe be share or more constitution ma currently or more they actually my free neko in the best at and it has to deal with so be kwaye be bonny or party ni ma see a shemra to nas will be buswa a day ni emfani pano kwan bells on the emphasa and nipa crono emfaso eno and a Kwakuderu kase emraba kubi oma omudi shame because of Kennedy Akompre Japan. Let's be on record. One more Kennedy, but yeah, your guess will be good as mine. Or the anti Kwakuderu house, Chichi, money into modest and manage share constitution, and or boya boboni or bobo instances, beauties in India, still turtle West Japan. Now, Yenti did ya or me a samran, na a day and the free neck or samran, a bay. Now, we now are in Tribune and to comment section on Meadows be brave.
About discipline. In fact, I was so happy Abraham handed over this document to me, because I was one of the host I hosted for the main party broadcasting. So, motion 2, I'll say, amend Article 37 of the Constitution to give powers, and I give power to recommend suspension of a member or an office holder pending disciplinary action against him to the appropriate disciplinary committee rather than the executive committee. Or say, the amendment is necessary to ensure justified suspension of party executive into brackets elected or appointed by executive committee only upon recommendation by the disciplinary committee pending the disciplinary proceedings against such officer. It is the disciplinary committee that shall recommend the suspension having regard to its preliminary findings. So we know that's it. Yep. Now you refer to the disciplinary committee here. Disciplinary committee eje kwadua yede tia wo no hwepe otimi recommend say you suspend o na suspend prima fase nipa na say suspend one na away ansana eye nice entino omunya ye pe na prima fase ni ba pa mo fe mo hu ya pa na suspend one na suspend. So I think say very very important. It is a motion 3 no manage ho pa and na ofa baby say motion 25 now. Say you say yes, I want to test con rep and a tuaba. Now
the selection na pay be
test con president.
No anonti no e ba ye nim di oko. Na nko ento kwa school.
Na nko ento kwa baby. So the other aspect na wo ka no ade ba ko a abana nsen e ha nkrofo bebre e ye say party ko e bibi na obi masika
na ede abeto
na eda bonten eti party no ko ebibi na anu ye se party headquarters intimi ntu adwuma efoka oh na eda bonten ablekuma no oh na eda bonten conference na eda bonten bana sebre efi baby o
ananka
baby efre ni say enipa etu omo ho asi ho edi omo botom sika edi aboa party ne okokuam edi millions of cedis obi nte na obi kra hono ma aboa party na onpeso obi mpo bet say ono na yi sika se di aboa party no but it got to a point enipa bi wo party no per se e man yet to say omunkuwa na party no ombo party no ka enti se nyo omo a NPP doesn't exist enyo omo a NPP ni ho enti me na me talkers and I mean I'm here say and I'm here say and a party hoka so professor na fe e basa na nipa nyina dwan omo say nipa ba akopɛ and the fund party enti sa na tie de a and the free and e kono se me nso me tokuru aba e ma party na esen crofort se me kotonsuo e de ma party na esen crofort me to force bail ba ko e de ma party na esen crofort but the party cannot continue like that it is Nsem-Pii e call san crofort to order look now no conference e koyi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne nko afande about 80% of the conference
80%
about 80% yeah person this specific amount but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sika dodo no a e go conference no dey free na so ye ba won say wan fa ma o unto say binum chance here oh we am 3 million oh we am say then one hwe ye pa then the camp of Mahmoud Bawumia will also be forced to put out there say a conference in say in the buy party headquarters and here say adwuma fo akami obi come 1 million hey ya maska say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di kan kwa 3 million nada entino when nyina ka indiscipline na ye ka ho asem no ho asem say party mpanifo etimi ehwe na omuma discipline eba party nim said ye be ya enkoye say ene obi wo wa operating t-shirt mi no a or the babontin then the party will have no secret to that
bibia se be dabontin
obi to me say obi abetimi atena kira calculate say okay so election amukoi mo de 2 million Ghana cedis na eko mo de 3 million na eko because donation ni nyina wa abontin the party cannot continue like that nti ese party no emma discipline ye den ye adwuma I'm also told godon so aka say na sia okumikura Dr. Bawumia kasa no ono so kan ni eto no ono so kan ho asem we shouldn't follow the NDC propaganda near there. One other aspect of the unit said as now nipa beto aba NPP mu no asesa
from
ba me hu say enkrofo bebre ntiase now after conference no nipa beto aba in the parliament presidential election no a move from 220,000 to 280,000
60,000 plus
so 60,000 more aba be kan sa so na parliamentary no so no ebe kosoro they depend on whichever parliamentary constituency owo eti me hu say daily graphic for aye ayi kama e de aye but omu je bi wo mu e na bi su ayi kakra nti asante patch of so na ye muanya education hu say NPP expanded electoral college for the 2026 primaries no hwan e na beto aba na hwan so e na entimi ento aba na fi wi a na ye hwem again and the other structures and so ababeka party no structure no eho into no yenhwe so red and blue kama pa ewi anafe ya hwe say hwan ne hwan e de betimi so then ni ho a ababeka ho na yetimi ahwe so that's right on the 26th of January
31st of January 2026
we know to see I say an MPP unity so all members of the National Council ebetwaba all members of the National Executive Committee almost betwaba all members of the Regional Executive Committee ebetwaba all members of the Constituency Executive Committee betwaba all electoral area coordinators So when you existing coordinators no, but later coordinate electoral area coordinating committee.
Yeah.
Okay. So all members of the polling station executive committee almost by January all members of the National Council of Elders all national patrons of the party all past directors, national directors who are members, and you know, and all members of parliament, all past national officers, and all founding members who are signatories to the registration document of the party at the Electoral Commission. One TESCON rep, so now, and yeah, one TESCON rep, a TESCON president.
Yeah.
A TESCON president, and I'll say all card-bearing ministers and deputy ministers, and so and all MMDCs, and also be card-bearing members for MMDCs. That's where graphic for a jar. All past MPs. So almost
yes,
so
all past MPs.
And that's where the almost say all past MPs, all past card-bearing members of parliament, you know, and they say. Obi say gift claim not a MPP member of parliament.
Yeah.
And will lower West Achim.
Yeah.
And now I join the NDC. And one fancy horse say all former card bearing members of parliament.
No, but so
so Oma you know former members of parliament still Oma card bearing members of the party. All former MCs are Omgusuya card bearing members.
Yeah.
All former deputy ministers and ministers omugusuye den card bearing members omunyina betimi abetwaba
all former parliamentary aspirants nso kan ho
da bi omodo omo kan
man former kan ho
da bi omodo omo
say na meti bibisa
da bi omodo no enya mai na nkrofo push bat this conference no entimi and capture wo you know I think say ebia actually no no ho asem ebeba ba me kwa na me say anka enfa aspirant no nyina enka ho na ka list no enya kese mo na list no enye kese
ehunu obia
na obia ntimi fasika ana bibia influence obia so sa na etie na me hwe se anka mehu the new composition of the party structure na yetimi e dia kire enkrofo na enkrofo so ehu enti that's we omo ebeto
aba nyame adma January 31 2026
ansana constitutional amendment no ebe take effect in the next NPP primaries no na fe yenya electoral area committee na enu achi no na wanya polling station executives almost so be 7 instead of 5 na omunyini so aba be kan enu be ma numbers na yeden akosoro more as in the who see am nti minimum what you have to say about
I'm fire there. Oh my God, the man ya me general nansana ne say party delegates no to me reject motions no be.
Yes.
It means that anya rubber stamp. Say yeah no mko ye. You mean say emwa wo mo no. Omo anya ntum ba ko ni say be ye polling station be ye executives and say regional executive committee e wo to me bi odi ye we di o mo say dabi. Muncham original ho ne nye yade o fem ha. Na yenyi pepe omo yade
on se to da bi so ada se ni ti ananka me de sa amendment no me fo aso ne say obi ye constituency chairman obi ye constituency secretary a polling station for the electoral area coordinators for the beto mo so
yes
e ho na mpepi no e di influence no eba na omo sesa omo nkrofo de ye den egu album ni mu a ebi kro mu ntimi nya adwuma no so se wo fa obi a oye neutral from region na neutral yi obi so nko supervisor onipa no betimi supervise me enya a neutral album no what be akoto aba but because say constituency for no so any mo so say me so person munyi almost so munyi ntu
almost so munyi power kakra na that of communication there no na hinifa
no all levels e be elected apart from a deputy so na be by appointment
media se no nko akra no mko ye ho adwuma no mji tuma kamadi because I had you say your director of communication now when you budget when you no so na musa na your body say football enti da bia na nsem twerefo ate agunu so and a director of communication nyahwe ono so party no man kwan so onyahwe because obi na appointing no nti the obi no pe no na oye eya pa this time the director of communication ya ono so betumi ene ne
team nya no wa anya adwuma no bi adwuma na wontimi anye anya obi na ama akwa wa anya adwuma and the other one na mo botugu ye youth age say almost say youth age no omo mpene me yent so mfiri 40 and fama 35 but me de na ka mefo aso because so hwe mu a and that's be youth no Gen Z for near the Omaso Odin. That's the name of the Omukomu no, Amoyeno. Okofa branch and Obahey. Obibeka Sobeko when you're 37.
No, 38. Why man or Fiasem Gusukra? What fear Bebrunum?
There's money ye and it's a word to coin. A quamon on it. No, I could share the real youth. Na send your grey hair woman. Now to your moontem. Now, so you organize our Ghana. Send your more Casano to Moose. But the room I feel say as a party no. A or no maybe a see a share ma the real youth because party participation no. From 30-35 up work yen start department ni bi wo ho a I feel sen kakra yen man kola ni mem once say yama communication yes ye koyi beneath communication I propose say and a suggestion say yenya a media department once I'm sorry a media department
communication department I'm friend communication department
but under the communication but media any brands and what you see niemfa nkolawe any events niema omo nhye ho and a party no so encourage constituency level youth debates na emwa na yempia nkola ni bi so that through the debate process no I mean 275 constituencies see ya yebehu emebunu a omo ya ade a yebetu omo de aka communication party structures na they will grow because eya na Edding when you want free test corner eya na Edding say you benya the real
me ntia still a young crowd adwin say emebu entimi nye ne mane bi because see Abria Dennis Miracles Aboaje obeye MC for Kwapem North na over 32 years George Oparado the current NDC a youth organizer minister Abria obeye MC for Kwapem North I'm so 26 years or so 28 years entin minim ntia still a young crowd adwin say ye makwan a emebu ntimi nye they can do it they can do it look so current structure of the NPP you know in so far polling station and now Ubenya polling station chairman, Ubenya polling station secretary, organizer, youth organizer, women organizer, electoral affairs officer, and a communication officer. Ewo polling station, so not IS7. So new ones are beka hono. Electoral affairs officer, and a communication officer. Oba electoral area and so now 5 for more creating in him. Electoral area chairman and a chairperson, secretary, organizer, communication officer. Any electoral affairs officer. No about constituency. So constituency ni there. Old one chairman, first vice, second vice secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer organizer, women organizer, youth organizer, Nasara organizer, and then communication officer. Now appointees ni so aba. But national are adapted a new year. So now there's a PWD coordinator. Now ya chem ibenya research officer and then electoral officer. Nafi there's now a department for security and so our national secretariat and no so eba count so sana party no ehye no bisi aye and a very very important say party no ibenya a security department. Na wahwe so amani nyina so etimi akoyi so constitution amendment no minim the high point for you.
I think it's a communication no for me a communication no any elections on the levels because senior omodi abani say you know incompetent people beko for elections ni yenya omo a ebeboa party structure no and ebeboa in terms of communication from the grassroots because some baby a problem wo pa a grassroots no how to communicate to them and usha senior ye biumu reviews no me me feel say sa disciplinary aspect na ye de abemu no eye ade a me fuaso pa me fuaso pa 2 senior ye di security structures so abani sa amendment no ebeboa ebema say ye bibia ye be bibia as a party no ye security focused into the room make us say reviews no any normal na course no the high moment one disciplinary actions no any say ya consider security as a main tool ewo ye normal no.
Okay, so obi say and any age say obisa say what's the fate of the constituency elders, any patrons in the election of patch nyina beto now omu nyina beto aba patrons name council of elders ne ade no omu nyina they will vote into don't worry at all they will all vote
aba wasmin kan so chiabo one chairman Mugabe omi so mo ehwe na say no dey we smart pa we dressing no
okay
I feel you
okay me
na koka aba waso chiawai abawa of abawa radio UK